Hey, shalom, shalom. Good evening. This is another video. I'm back with Breaking the Mold Family Ministries. This is Rod. For those who are new, those who are just tuning in, and I appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your support. Uh, I was kind of inspired. I was just sitting there, just got done taking up the hair and everything, and I know it looked kind of wild. You know, normally I'm a very modest person, so I'm very mindful of how I go out. And the point of this video is me trying to convey the fact that, and this is what I've been going through too. The Most High, He has been dealing with me about how I worry about perceptions of people. You know, a lot of us, we think and we say things like, "Oh, I don't care what people think," but in a sense, there's still a bit of hesitation when the Most High gives us instructions. You know, a lot of times we'll do certain things, but if it's out of our comfort zone, or we feel like, we're a little bit too bougie, or we feel like, you know what, I'm a little bit better than that, I'm too old to be doing that. We feel like we have a right sometime, or we have a choice when Yah has called you, when He has chosen you to do something. We feel like we have a right to tell the Father what we not and what we are, what we're not going to do. And I'm going to tell you something. In the past couple of months, I found myself doing a lot of things that I said I would not do. I found myself in the exact situation I remember. I would tell my wife a lot of times, I would tell her, nah, I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm not doing that. And I didn't know that I was still operating out of pride. Not pride as if I thought I was better than people, but I still had like a certain level of like, nah, I see myself, a little bit too good to do that, in a sense. And we all got those things. We all have certain things that we know that, we feel like it's beneath us a little bit. And the thing of it is, Yah will tell you to do the exact very thing that you try to stay away from doing. He will make you, He will break you, He will make you humble yourself before Him. And it's funny because you'll realize that moment, it's like a, what it says, like a, it's like a, it's coming around like full circle. Like you get that full circle moment, like, oh man, I remember saying that I wasn't gonna do this. And you kind of laugh to yourself because how times change, like how desperation, and when you get to a point where like, yo, you have to do something or you have no other choice, it's mighty funny the things we'll do when we in survival mode, or when we in the trenches. Like, yo, you're in the point where like, hey, it's either this or I'm out of luck. And, I don't like to use the word luck, but it's like if I don't do this, it could be life or death. It could be an instance where you don't obey, you lose everything, you lose your life, you be homeless, whatever it is. You have a lot at stake. And I came out here with the crazy, you know what I'm saying, with my hair out like this, because like I said, I just took my hair out or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? Holy Spirit just unctioned me like, hey, do a video. And based on what you've learned, based on what I've brought you through and the things that you had to endure, it's signifying that we should not, as the word says, we should not think more than ourselves than we ought to. Although the Bible does say who we are. We are above and not beneath. We're the head, not the tail. That is as an heir to the throne, as an heir and a kingdom citizen. Yeah, we are above the enemy. We are above those who are in the world. We have the Holy Spirit in us. But as a servant, you have the right. You still are here to serve the master, and that's Yahuwah. He's the master. He's the one who he lays down the law. Whatever he say, we do it. And at the end of the day, even those who are disobedience, they still gonna honor what he say, because guess what? Even in hell, it say every knee will bow. So even demons and those who in hell, they don't even have the luxury of even spending eternity with the Father, but they still gonna have to obey him by bowing. So we're all gonna do what he say. We all gonna have to bend to his will. He gonna break you one way or another. Hey, I just say, look, I'd rather go willingly. I'd rather do whatever you say. I want the process as painless as possible, because at the end of the day, he gonna get what he want. And I've made up my mind that I'm going to serve him no matter what. I made up my mind that I am going to obey him. It's easier that way. That's the path of least resistance, because whatever you're going through, whatever instructions the Father give, that's what's going to help get your breakthrough. That's through your obedience. So, look, the Father say, look, I want you to go out there and preach, and I don't want you worrying about how you look. All right, hey, here I am. Here I am. And this is, sometimes you need to do things like this, man, to break chains off you, to break shackles off your life, because some of you are still bound by the perception of man, what will people think if they see I fell off? What will people think if I came out here looking like that? Oh man, I don't want to be perceived as this and as that. Man, look, you only got one obligation, and that's to please him. He says he will be the only one to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Ain't nobody else gonna be telling you that. They gonna be sitting in line waiting for their judgment too. They waiting to see what the verdict is too. And a lot of them ain't gonna even be in the position to even be judging. None of us gonna be judging, honestly, because we all are gonna be fearful before him. We all are gonna be sitting there like, yeah, I pray I didn't do, I pray I didn't have that many infractions against me. We all are gonna be sitting before him, shaking. So what is man's opinion gonna matter then in the day of judgment? What's man's opinion gonna matter when you're going through something that only the Father can get you out of? And I done been through and still in the process of going through that valley. And at the end of the day, there is no one that I can go to and say, help me. And I know that I can count on him to do it. And it's all by design. I'm not mad at him. I'm not envious. I'm not upset. But I'm not even disappointed anymore. But at the end of the day, I know where my help comes from. So only his perception matters. Only his judgment is what I care about. People are always gonna have opinions, and that's another thing. And I already realized that if you're doing the right thing, when you're walking this walk, and you're deciding to live a path of righteousness, you ain't gonna please everybody. You're gonna be misunderstood. They're going to find a reason to be mad. They're going to find a reason to find fault, period. So let's get used to it. Saints, like why are we holding back? Why are we scared to go out and do what we know we're supposed to do? Why are we scared to share the gospel? Why are we scared to do what the Father told us to do? When in all actuality, they're going to hate us for it anyway. If you deal with the world, they're going to reject you anyway. They rejected him. So why are we putting ourselves under all that pressure to please people that don't even like you, that don't even care about you, that can't even help you get to where your next destination is? So I just wanted to get on here and just, do this quick little video. And it got to be washed and everything. And like I said, this is so unlike me, especially going on camera and doing videos and things like that. But like I said, it's an illustration that, hey, look, you're going to sometimes Most High going to have you look foolish for him. Hey, there's other instances, man, where I believed in life after death. I believed in resurrection, still do, but I'm just saying in certain situations, I believe that funerals, that the person could still be resurrected. And at the end of the day, people who say they believe the same still thought I was crazy. Still looked at me like, hey man, you might need some help. That's fine by me. Because guess what? Faith faith to the carnal mind is ridiculousness. So yeah, like I said, I'll be ridiculous for the Father. And we all gotta understand that no matter what we do, as long as we do it for Him, our reward is greater than any backlash or any comment, any negative opinion that we receive here on earth. So keep your eyes on Him. Let Him guide, let Him lead you. Because this is all temporal anyway. This is all fade away. Your good looks, your nice clothes, your cars, your house, your homes, your businesses, your stocks, the fans you got, your followers, your wife. Some people, they got wives with theirs. All that stuff, man, the fanfare is going to fade away. You're going to be soon forgotten, and it'll all be as nothing. As nothing. So I just pray that, like I said, you guys are blessed by the channel and continue to, help put out content. And I just appreciate the support. And just think about what I just said. But that's all for right now. Y'all be blessed, and until next time, shalom.